This is Louise for MMA Crazy, and we're here with James Thompson here in London. We just had a press conference here, obviously, with your up-and-coming rematch against Kimbo Slice. So how does it feel fighting back here in the UK?
Well, you know, what a great chance to come back to the UK. You know, it's set up so well for me to you know, I kind of like, times like this, I really kind of appreciate how lucky. I mean, I've been fighting for a long time. I put the work in along the way, and I've got a lot of loose ends throughout my career, and this is one of them loose ends, so it'd be great to tie that up.
So what was your initial reaction, obviously, when this rematch was put forward to you?
I knew it straight away. No one had to tell me, because, you know, I don't want to go on, but no one told me anything, but I've been in the sport for a long time now, so I see the workings of the sport and I see how it is. So I can kind of see what Skulker's plan is without him even saying anything. So I knew that would be a fight. I mean, it's a big fight. No one's, you know, UFC would think they're too good for a fight like that, you know, which I think shows like what he was saying about the fun fights, about the freak show fights. I think there is an arrogance. I think it's a fine line, but I do think there's an arrogance with MMA. You know, you can have a good fight, two guys fighting. It doesn't always have to be the most, not even competitive, but it doesn't always have to be for the current title. Do you know what I mean? It's people who have got grievances, or sometimes just a fight you want to see. Japan did it great, like a giant against a midget. You know, you just want to watch that kind of stuff. So yeah, I like what Bellator are doing. I'm excited to be part of it.
So do you think this is a fight that the fans really want to see?
Yeah, I really do, and I think the numbers will show that. You know, Bellator got a great, they're going to have a great undercard, great card. You know, they've got Channel 5 behind it. They're doing it properly. They built up to this and they're doing it properly, which is a really nice thing to see. For MMA as well, to have an option other than the UFC, you know, that's what I would like to see by the time I start fighting, like Bellator being a viable option, and they're getting to that all the time. So yeah, I'm pleased.
So talk about your first fight with Kimbo. Obviously, I think it was about, like 8 years ago now. You said in the press conference that you felt that you got ripped off. Can you just talk a little bit about that? Yeah.
I mean, with Gary Slime and the way he had it, you know, last time I did a press conference for the Kimbo fight, he said, someone asked him a question, what would you do if James won? And he said, I'd hang myself. Do you know what I mean? Which goes to show how the deck was stacked against me there, you know, from, you know, the referee when he tapped from the guillotine to not stopping the fight in the second round to stopping the fight too early. And what I've always said was they didn't give me the chance. I might have not won that fight. He had me on the ropes towards the end of that. He landed some good shot. I was feeling it, but they took away the chance. We were both gone, and they took away the chance for me. Yeah, I was two rounds up, and they literally took it away from me as soon as they saw an opportunity, and my ear went. So yeah, it's a big opportunity. What I'm hoping is that I'm going to beat Kimbo, and then my ear will regenerate back to its former glory. Maybe that's hoping a little too much, but we'll see.
So will this rematch come as some kind of closure for you then?
Oh, massively. I mean, I'm getting to like I said, I've got a few throughout my career, like loopholes what need to be kind of closed, and this is a chapter which will be massive to kind of underwrite, write off, and move forward. You know, I'm 37 now. I don't want to be fighting for the rest of my life. You know, another 2-3 years for me to really get a couple of big fights, and you know, Bellator heavyweight divisions all over the place, and that's a big chance for me to come in there, really make a mark, and hopefully come away with the title. But that's in the future. But this is a great platform to build off.
So since that time, since obviously 8 years ago, how do you think you've evolved as a fighter?
I think I've 8 years. So, I mean, it's a long time. After the Kimbo fight, I had everything ready and set up. And then it got taken away from me, and I felt very sorry for myself. I started gambling. I went on the wrong track. You know, I had terrible losses. You know, I was a compulsive gambler as well as trying to professionally fight, and those two things don't mix. So now I found myself, you know, through bad luck with the Lashley fight, being out for 2 for that fight. Obviously, I lost that fight due to injury, and then with the Japanese fight, which I thought I'd be okay, but I wasn't. I'm kind of back, not at the same place, but feeling sorry for myself a bit. Then I get this fight, and it's a great chance to pick myself up and really go for it. And that's what I intend to do. I'm really going to give everything to this, and there's no way Kimbo's coming into my backyard and beating me here after that. It just can't happen. So I will put everything into this fight. I have no doubt about that.
So you said just a minute ago, obviously, about kind of being in a dark place, as it were. So how are you feeling mentally and physically going into this fight then?
I haven't really started training too much. I've got kids now, and I was spending a lot of time with them. And after the last fight in Japan, I just kind of like, it was just a lot to, I just felt not taken away from me. It was just unluckiness. I just felt very unlucky and a little bit down. But I got the call for this fight, and it's a great thing to pick yourself up from. So no excuses. I've got 3 months, and I'm going to put that time to good use.
So looking back at Kimbo's last performances, especially his last one against Dada 5000, what did you think of his performance there?
Yeah, I think it was really poor. I don't think I think Kimbo, he's a fighter. He's got he hits hard, and he was very strong, and he's got good will to win. But he doesn't know. He's getting older. I thought he looked brittle. And if I come in that shape, if I come in on point, I'll destroy Kimbo. I really will, and that's what I intend to do. Like I say, I don't blame him for anything, but he is the catalyst of it. So I will exercise my demons on that fight. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was just going to say, that's the thing about ripping Kimbo's beard off now. I've got that would be quite like I'd have a bearded trophy. I like the idea of that. So that was there you go. Human hair on a man's human hair on the wall. The missus will love that. She really will.
And what's your opinion? Obviously, he failed his drug test after that fight. What's your opinion on that?
To be a bit more careful. I mean, I'm not bothered what Kimbo does. I don't know how he's training or what he's doing, what he's taking. That's up to him. He has no. It doesn't matter to me at all. I'm not bothered, so he can crack on, and I'm just glad we can have the fight. That's all I'm glad about. I'm not worried about anything else.
So how different is this fight going to go down in comparison to 8 years ago then?
That's a good question, actually. I honestly believe I'll come in, take him down, and then my ground. I'm just going to be too much for him. I really will. I think I might put a big bet on me in the first round. I'm just worried about putting a bet on a round. Do you know what I mean? It's a fight. Sometimes you get caught. Sometimes, yeah. So I'm debating whether to just put all of it on the first round. That'd be good. That would really make it sweet if I put my whole. Maybe I will do that. My whole takings on winning, but I don't know about picking a round. Do you know what I mean? That would be terrible, wouldn't it? Oh, imagine. Anyway, I'll have to think about that. Yeah, you got me thinking now.
So you're predicting then? I mean,
yeah, he's gonna be they're probably first round, if not definitely second round. I've got good cardio. Do you know what I mean? When I come in that shape, I'm as good as I want to be, and that's the bottom line. I think to a certain extent, a lot of people are as good as they want to be. It's just whether they kind of utilise that. I've got a lot to utilise, and I'm really looking forward to the fight.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing it. Thank you very much for talking to us. Thank you.
Cheers. Nice talking to you.